Hi everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome for this new episode of Real Talk Alignment at Speak Up and Empower. If you're joining me live, feel free to say hi. Let me know what's your name, where you're tuning in from. My name is Crystal Biga. I'm your host. We are here every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time for this show hosted by Speak Up and Empower. Speak Up and Empower is a heart-centered membership-based community that of entrepreneurs that are on a mission to empower you with in your relationship, spiritual journey, health, wellness, all of the things. So whatever kind of support you are looking for, check out speakupandempower.com and find the resources available there for you. And if you're an expert, if you have a message, if you believe you have something that you want to share with more people, we invite you to join the Speak Up and Empower expert community to also be a part of this beautiful journey of empowering people. So thank you again for watching this. And if you catch your replay, also say replay, hashtag replay, say hi. Always post your comment, your question, whatever it is that you have. Really happy to be here today. And the topic on the show today is from worry to peace. From worry to peace. And it's a topic that I started sharing yesterday on an interview I was invited to as a guest. And I wanted to continue the conversation with you. And at the end of this episode, I will have a huge announcement to make, an invitation for you. And I really hope you will take advantage of it because it'll be really amazing. So, from worry to peace, why is it important to talk about that? Now more than ever, I think this is really a conversation that we need to have. We worry about so many things, so many reasons to be worried about right now. What is tomorrow going to be like? Am I going to keep my job? What's going to happen with my business? What's going to happen with my kids? Am I safe? How about the vaccine? So many conversations going on right now that we cannot ignore, and that causes a lot of worry, concerns, questions, anxiety. And for people like us that are used to control things, to be in control and try to make sure that everything is safe, we have ways to make sure that we always feel secured. We put things in place to make sure that everything is right, going in the right direction. Right now, it's really tough. It's really tough for all of us to stay in control like that and to not worry. So what do we do then? If we worry so much, we have so many reasons to be worried about. There is not much we can do about the reasons we worry about, right? We can't really right now decide that, hey, if we don't feel safe about going out because of the virus, there is nothing much you can do about it. Instead of maybe stop worrying. But it's so hard, so many conversations. You go out, you see so many things, you hear so many things, that it's really tough to stop worrying right now more than ever. And it's not something new. We, as humans, it's part of who we are. We worry about tomorrow. We worry about the outcome of the decisions we make. We worry about, am I making the right choice? Am I going to the right direction? And for somebody like me, has been really, really big because I was always the one to keep things together for myself and for other people. I needed to be in control. I needed to make sure everything is right. I remember I used to always tell my former colleagues, I needed to make sense. I needed to make sense. So it was, for me, a way to control, because if it makes sense, at least I know what is happening. I know what to expect. I can understand it and plan accordingly. So I needed that to feel safe, to feel like I'm not going crazy, I'm not doing something crazy. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, if you can relate, but we want to stay sane. We make sure that I'm not doing something crazy. And in any area of our lives, we find ourselves in places where we need to make decisions all day, every day. But we worry so much about what's going to happen. Am I making the right decision? What if I'm making a mistake? What if I'm investing in the wrong thing? What's going to happen if I lose all this money? What if I never sign up a client for this new program? What if I never meet the right person? What if, there is so many questions that we would love to have more control over. We would love to know for sure it's going to be all right, it's going to be okay, but we don't have that certainty. And now more than ever, we lack certainty. We have no certainty. Nothing is sure. Nothing is set on stone. It has always been that way, but we have never really felt like we have no control. Now we do. Now we do more than ever. So what do we do? What do we do? We probably wish. Sometimes I remember a time in my life I used to go to bed and pray and say, I wish I will not wake up tomorrow, because I don't know how I'm going to handle tomorrow. I don't know how tomorrow is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be ready for that. I don't know if I will be strong enough to deal with that. My heart was hurting so much. I was so hurt inside that I didn't want to wake up the following day. I didn't make the decision to end my life because of my Christian background. I didn't want to go to hell. Thank God I didn't kill myself, but I really deeply prayed during those times where things just felt like my whole world just got destroyed. All the things I was hoping for, all the things I thought I was living for were gone. And I was wondering, so why do I need to wake up tomorrow? Why will I even bother show up tomorrow again? Because the reason why I was waking up, the reason why I was so excited to be alive, the reason why I was so excited to go out there and do the things was because of this particular outcome I was expecting. I wanted these things so much. I thought I would be here at this stage in my life. I will be there doing this particular thing. I will be this certain person. I will be at this level. But now I don't have that anymore. It's gone. I cannot have that anymore. I cannot experience that anymore. I will not have it anymore. So now what? What do I do with myself? What do I do with my life? Why do I even have to wake up? Why? What's the point? What if I cannot change that? It doesn't feel good. I hurt. It's painful. I don't know if you have ever been there. I don't know if you have ever felt that way, but I have felt that. So it was so terrible. I felt helpless. And I just really thought my life didn't mean anything anymore because of what I have lost. I really thought my life was worthless at that point, because that's what happened. We put our value on the things we can accomplish. We feel worthy based on our achievements, on how many milestones we hit in our lives, how many goals we are able to achieve. And when we don't achieve those goals, I remember asking a few days ago a group of female entrepreneurs, how do they feel when they don't achieve their goals, when they don't hit their, targets? One of them said, I feel incomplete. And that's how we feel most of the time when we have all those plans. And this year has been a year where most plans didn't really go the way we thought they will go. A lot of people had to pivot in their businesses, in the way they run their even household. Now you have to homeschool if you have kids. Now you guys are in the house on top of each other all day, every day. So a lot of shifts and changes and all of the things. And we are worried. Are we going to be able to handle this? How long are we going to be able to handle this? How long is it going to last? Are we going back to normal? Is it our new normal? Are we going to expect a different normal? What is normal actually at this point? We don't even know anymore. So many reasons why we legitimately should be worried. What is tomorrow going to look like? What is tomorrow going to be like? Am I going to make it? And sadly, I don't know which country you're watching this from, but sadly in the US right now, there are so many families that don't even know if they can put food on their tables. That's how terrible the situation is right now. There are families that don't know if they will be able to have food on their tables tomorrow in the United States. So of course, those parents are worried. How am I going to be able to take care of my kids? How am I going to be able to manage to keep a roof over the head of my family? Because also some might be evicted of their homes because they can't pay the rent. I was watching the news the other day, and they said that January is probably going to be a catastrophe in terms of homeless people, because they will start evicting so many people out of their homes that it's just going to be unbearable. Maybe for the first time, the number of homeless will be just ridiculous in the US. So for those families, the worry is real. The reasons to worry about are so real and so hard and so heavy. And it doesn't matter who those people are. Really, it's not about they didn't work hard enough, they didn't try hard enough, they didn't want bad enough to be in a good place financially, or they didn't really plan well. It has nothing to do with that. And I know that that's a conversation that we sometimes have when things go in that direction where we didn't really plan them to go to, and that direction doesn't feel good. Nobody wants to wake up in the morning worrying about what are they going to eat or their kids are going to eat. Nobody wants to worry about those kind of things. But here we are, people are worrying about those things, and there is not much they can do about it at this point. So what do we do in that case? If you cannot change the situation outside of you, if you cannot change things, if you cannot, just make sure that the economy goes back to what it was before, that you still had your job, that your business was still going really well, that, your kids were going to school and were happily playing with their friends. So now you're worried. Are they even safe when they go out? Are you safe when you're going even at the grocery store? Are you safe? Are we safe? So many things to worry about right now. So what do we do in those situations? What do we do? If we can't change the things that make us worry, what can we do? As I was sharing, when I was at that point of my life where I just felt so hopeless, so desperate and frustrated, because I am a go-getter. That's if I used to call myself a go-getter. I used to really, and people saw me like that, like a girl that, make things happen, goes after what she wants. So even though I was being a go-getter, going after what I wanted, making sure that I make things happen for myself, I reached a point where I couldn't do anything. I reached a point where all the will I could put in was not enough to make me feel safe, to make me feel confident enough, to make me feel at peace with myself, be happy. So I will try all the things that I used to try, and for some reason they were not working anymore. Did all the same things I used to do before, and they were for some reason not working anymore. And I was desperate. I used to rely so much on my skills, on my courage, on my confidence, on my, energy, on my drive, on my willing to go for more, go get it and keep pushing. I used to rely on that so much that the moment I realized that it's not taking me anywhere anymore, I was desperate. It felt like I had lost myself. I felt so powerless, and it was heartbreaking. I was so much in pain because my brain was so trained to go get it. I was wondering, what can I do next? What can I do to shift this? What can I do to make things different? What can I do for things to change? What can I do? That was a constant question that I had, and it was painful because there was no real answer to that question. What can I do? And it was just making me worry more to realize that actually I have really not much that I can do right now to change these things that I don't like to see, to change this situation that doesn't feel good to me, to change this situation that hurts me so much. There was nothing much that I could do. So I felt so desperate and powerless at that point. And as I was saying, I used to pray to sleep and not wake up, to not have to feel it again. Feel so desperate, so powerless, so unsafe, and so worried about tomorrow and what's going to happen. What am I going to do? I don't know if you have ever experienced something like that, but it's painful. And because I've experienced it, I know how painful it is. That's why yesterday when I was sharing that during that interview, I thought about it, and then the host, the beautiful host that was interviewing me, she asked me then, how do you manage to stay at peace with all of that? How did you shift? How can people feel at peace right now in the midst of all of this? How did you manage to shift and stay at peace and be at peace right now? How did you do that? And I thought that's a question that probably some people are asking to themselves, and that I will open the conversation here. How do you stay at peace? Because peace is a beautiful, beautiful treasure. Peace is something so powerful that, you know, we want peace. And sometimes when we think about peace, we think about peace in terms of conflict with other people, conflict like war or relationship conflict. Or we want peace in our household, we want peace in our relationship, we want peace in the country, we want peace in the world. We never really bring back peace to just ourselves. Feel peace within yourself. Feel peace within. Stop those conversations, those questions with no answers, those worries that are stealing your peace. How do you find peace? Because the worries that you have are legit. Those questions you're asking need answers. Sometimes right now, sometimes the answers are even past you. So how do you manage to stay at peace when nothing has changed yet in your situation? When you still don't have the answer to the question, how am I going to do with my bills at the end of this month? How am I going to, do with my kids? How am I going to do with my business? How am I going, if you still don't have those answers, if you still don't know what to expect, if you still don't know, right now we are in December, everybody's like, we can't wait to get over 2020 and go to 2021 and see what is there. Maybe it's going to be better. Maybe you don't still have the answers. So what do? Do you keep worrying, or do you figure out a way to be at peace? Peace is such a beautiful treasure that when I was able to be at peace without my situation changing, when I was able to be at peace, to find peace in the midst of the chaos I was in, when I was able to find peace in the midst of all the chaos I was in the midst of, I felt such freedom that I said, this is incredible. This is so powerful. At that point, I remember that, hey, if I keep looking for peace, for things to change for me to feel at peace, for things to change for me to feel safe, I will keep being powerless, because sometimes you don't have the power to change things outside of you. But if you manage to be at peace, no matter what is happening in your world, no matter how bad things look like, how powerful would that be? If you can find peace within yourself, if you can stay at peace in the midst of all the uncertainty in your life, all the uncertainty in your world, you can still find peace. You can still feel at peace, feel safe, no matter what. How powerful would that be? That's what I was able to create for myself. And the way I did that, it was to detach myself from whatever is happening around me. When you are in the midst of it, it's so hard. When you feel it, when you see it, when you experience it, when you wake up in the morning and all those problems are in front of you, all those questions with no answers are just there waiting for you to figure it out. How do you manage to stay at peace? First thing I did was to remember the truth. What is the truth? The truth is, I am not defined by this situation. This situation doesn't mean anything about me. Who am I? I am worthy. I am enough. I am valuable. No matter what things look like. Instead of keep beating myself up, what is wrong with you? Why can't you figure it out? I came back to the truth that it doesn't matter what things look like around me. The truth about me is that I am good enough. I am worthy. I am loved, and I am supported. The whole universe has my back. I am not alone. Even if I feel like I'm by myself in this storm, I am not. The truth is that I am never alone. The whole universe has my back. If you believe in God, God has my back. So there is no reason for me to feel so helpless, because I am not helpless. There is no reason for me to feel so desperate, because I am not desperate. It's complicated sometimes for our brain to go there, because your brain is like, what are you talking about? What do you mean by you are not helpless? Then fix it. What do you mean you are not powerless? Then figure it out. So coming back to that truth, coming back to that place of remembering that you are never alone. Whatever is happening, even though you feel like everything is falling apart, you are still alive. You are still standing. And there is a reason why you are still standing, because you have the power. You have the power to stay here, right now, to face all of this. Not fighting, but be there still and feel all the feelings you need to feel. Go through all the experiences you need to go through and remembering at all given moments that no matter what happens, no matter the outcome, even if it doesn't turn out to be the way I want it to turn out, it doesn't matter. I am still good enough. It doesn't mean anything about me. It doesn't make me less worthy or more worthy because I have achieved the goals, or less worthy because I haven't. It doesn't matter. I am good enough no matter what. I will never become more valuable or more worthy because I have achieved it, or less worthy because I haven't. It doesn't matter. None of that means nothing about me. My situation, my results, the outcomes, the decisions I make, the mistakes, whatever I want to call it, don't change anything about who I really am. Doesn't change anything about how worthy I am. There is nothing I can do right here, right now, to make me more worthy than I already am. There is nothing that I can do that can give me more value than the value I already have. There is nothing that I can achieve, that I can accomplish, that will make me good enough, because I wake up in the morning good enough, valuable, worthy. And when you leave from that place, you stay at peace, because now all of a sudden you don't try to become something based on your result, based on changing things, based on how much you can accomplish, how much result you can get, how much you can achieve in a day, how good you can make things look. However the things look, hopefully they will look good. And even if they don't, it doesn't mean anything about it. It doesn't change how valuable you are, how good you are, how worthy you are. And when you remember that, you anchor that, you are at peace. You find peace, because now all of a sudden you are not looking for validation. You are not looking for an outcome, for a result to be appreciated, to feel good about yourself, to feel like you are worthy, or you have accomplished something, or you are powerful. You don't need all those things to feel anything when you go back to the truth. That's how you find peace within yourself, by connecting back to the truth of who you really are. Remembering that no matter what happens, even if you don't have control, it doesn't matter. Things are exactly the way they are supposed to be. And you can detach yourself from those things. You can let go of the need to control the outcome. You can then, from that place, let go of the need to decide how it's supposed to look like for you to feel a certain way. You let go of that need, and all of a sudden you find the strength to feel good right here, right now, in the midst of the chaos. Because you remember that the chaos doesn't mean anything about you. The chaos doesn't define how valuable you are, or how strong you are, or how powerful you are, how worthy you are. You were born worthy. You were born valuable. You were born good enough. There is nothing that can change that. No chaos will change that. No success will change that. Nothing can change that. And from that place, you stay at peace with yourself, no matter what happens around you, no matter what happens in your life, no matter what happens in your relationship, in your business, in your world, no matter what happens in your bank account, you stay at that place of truth. That truth is the only thing that will set you free, and it will allow you to experience real peace, not circumstantial peace. Not peace because everything is going well around you. Not peace because everything is going fine in your life, in your relationship. No. Unconditional peace. No matter what happens, no matter what things look like, you can stay at peace only by reconnecting with the truth within you, remembering and reminding yourself over and over again, I was born good enough. I was born worthy. I was born valuable. I was born powerful. There is nothing that can change that. And from that truth, you can live at peace. You can look at situations, the same situations that were causing you so much worry. You can look at the same situation from that place and see, hey, I want this situation, I would love for this situation to be different or to look this way. But even if it doesn't change, even if it still look this way, even if it gets worse, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything about me. There's no reason why I should feel bad about myself. There's no reason why I should beat myself up. There is no reason why I should worry, because the answers ultimately will come for me to solve this problem. The solutions will show up. I don't have to worry about it because I know the truth that I am not alone. So the answers will come to me. I have no worries to have. I have no concerns to have because I am always safe. I am never alone. I am always safe. Only the truth can give you that peace. That peace that doesn't rely on anything. That peace that doesn't wait for things to look a certain way for you to feel safe. That peace that doesn't wait for things to turn out the way you want them to turn out for you to feel safe. That's the kind of peace that the truth can give you. And that's the kind of peace that I want you to experience. And especially now, more than ever, you need to find that kind of peace because things will probably keep being surprising. And I'm not sure by the end of this year or next year, nobody even knows yet what the world's going to look like. We don't know. We have all these questions. So how powerful would that be for you to not have to worry about it? Not have to ask, what if this happened? Then what am I going to do? What if they make the vaccine mandatory? Then how am I going to do if I don't want to take it? Or what if they don't make it mandatory and then I wanted everybody to be vaccinated for me to feel safe? Then what am I going to do? How about you not having to worry about those things? You knowing that it doesn't matter what's going to happen. All those things can never affect you, can never misguide you, can never destroy you, can never make you feel unsafe, can never be a threat for you. How powerful would that be for you to be in the midst of all this uncertainty and be at peace within yourself and be at peace no matter what, and be at peace knowing the truth. So I want you to experience that. That's why I've decided to host a retreat at the end of this year, a 2-day retreat where I will share those principles with you. And I will also give you tools to really shift during those times where it feels like the world is falling apart around you. Give you the tools to stay still, stay at peace in the midst of all of it, stay at peace no matter what, and end the year on a strong note and start the new year strong in knowing that doesn't matter what 2020 has for you, it will never affect your peace, because nothing from that place, when you will have all the knowledge and truth that I will share with you during that retreat, you will know what it feels like, how freeing it is to live in that level of peace. So if you want to have more information about the retreat that I call From Worry to Peace retreat, send me a DM and then I'll send you the link to join the retreat and experience that freedom to not allow your peace anymore to rely on your situation, on your circumstances, or what is happening around you or in the world or in your life or in your household. Be able to stay at peace no matter what. That's my gift for you for this year and for the future. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you will be here again next Wednesday. I hope to see you at the retreat as well. And my name is Crystal Biga. You can always DM me on Facebook, Crystal Biga. That's my name everywhere. Let's chat. Let's see if this retreat is what you need to move from worry to peace. And see you next Wednesday, 12 p.m. for a new episode of Real Talk Alignment. Bye.